Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to welcome you for the first panel discussion, Inspired Inclusion, Women in the Creative Industry. And I would like to seize this opportunity to congratulate MENA Art Fair for taking such bold steps in dedicating 100% fair to women artists from the MENA regions. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Sahira Muthi, founder of Sea Arts, who lost her voice today, but she's here with us, I am Majo Portilla, I'm board member from Sea Arts. We are based in Dubai, and I'm going to be your moderator for the panel. Today, as we gather to celebrate the remarkable contributions of women in the creative industries, they are agents of change, transform structures, serve as role models, and bring diverse voices onto global stages. However, despite the progress, women in the arts still lag behind, and I would like to quote some very scary statistics. So, only 38% of women artists in France exhibit their work in galleries. 1.7% of female artists are featured in museums on a global level. 45% of prominent artists in the American and European collection are women artists. Only 1.5% of artists represented in galleries in Art Basel are Arab female artists. And ladies and gentlemen, MENA Art Fair presents us today the first art fair dedicated to 100% women artists coming from the MENA region. In this ever-evolving landscape, the issue of gender equality remains of paramount importance. These industries are crucial platforms for artistic expression, social change, innovation, and economic growth. Yet, it is imperative that we understand and address the gender-based challenges that persist within them. This conversation is not only about recognizing the achievements of women, but also about confronting and triggering the unique challenges they continue to face. According to UNESCO's Gender and Creativity Progress on the Precipice report, women's representation in managerial positions with the creative industries remains significantly lower compared to men. In an industry that thrives on diversity and innovation, it is essential to ensure that women's voices are not only heard, but also amplified. As a board member from Sea Arts Gallery, we strongly advocate for female artists. Through our global initiative, Art Connects Women, under the patronage of UNESCO, we are nested in Dubai, and we are a socially engaged artistic platform that connects female artists from around the world. Now, we are on the 8th edition, and this initiative has empowered, engaged, and educated over 600 female artists across 118 countries from 5 continents. Our aim is to foster an inclusive environment where we unlock new perspective and creative potential, benefiting women in the creative industry to boost a global cultural ecosystem. You can check us in our Connects wonderful. Today, let's explore let's explore how our experts can inspire, empower, and support women in the creative industry to break barriers and redefine the future of the cultural and creative ecosystem. And now, it's my honor to welcome women leaders in the creative industry who are joining us today. So first we have here as our first guest, panelist, Tamara Hilal. Tamara Shukher Hilal manages the AWARE Archives of Women Artists Research and Exhibitions Library and Research Center in Paris. As part of her work for the organization, she also coordinates the publication of content focusing on artists from the West Asian region. Her research focuses on the history of art during West Asia's post-independence period, specializing in the themes of transnational migration, questions of Arabness, Pan-Arabism, and abstract art from a feminist and decolonial perspective. Our second panelist is Lisa Paoli. Thank you for being here with us. President and Director of FAM, an experienced professional in the art and culture industry. Lisa Paoli joined the MUCON Classical Art Museum, MACM, in 2012. She has been part of the transformation of MACM into FAM, Female Artist of the MUCON Museum, the first private museum in Europe dedicated exclusively to female artists. Lisa Paoli naturally took the leadership position. Passionate about her profession, she serves as an ambassador for an exceptional collection and is particularly committed in making FAM accessible to a global audience. Lisa leads all of FAM activities with her team of women. She is firmly committed to promoting and valuing the contributions of female artists in the art industry. Ladies, now I'm going to introduce you our third panelist. Awesome. Thank you for being here with us. Alejandra Castro Rioseco from MIA Art Collection. Alejandra, a civil engineer with a 12-year dedication to philanthropy, champions women's empowerment, education, and arts and technology. The founder of MIA Art Collection. Beyond visual arts, her passion extends to music, evident in her role at the board of the International Chopin Society and the prestigious International José Limón Ballet. Alejandra actively advocates for social change, participating in the establishment of Gender Equality Roundtable in the Chilean Senate. So thank you for being here, and thank you to all of you as well for being here. We're gonna start with our panel discussion. And our first question goes to Tamara. So Tamara, as the manager of AWARE, could you give us an overview of AWARE, Archives of Women Artists Research and Exhibitions? What is its mission and purpose as a library and research center?
So hello to everyone. Thank you again to Andy, Tara, and all the amazing team for welcoming us today. So a bit of history of AWARE, or her story, I would say. So AWARE was founded in 2014, co-founded by Camille Moreno, who is a curator, and in 2009 she was a curator at Centre Pompidou. And she came out with an amazing exhibition. It was actually a display of works from the collection of Musée National d'Art Moderne and Centre Pompidou, all on women artists. It was called Elle at Centre Pompidou. So it was in 2009. It was a huge success with over 2 million visitors. And a big display of over 8,000 square meters of works only done by women from modern and contemporary eras. So this idea gave to Camille Moreno the urge to create a platform to disseminate research on women artists. So this is how she created AWARE, so AWARE Archives of Women Artists Research and Exhibitions. It was created in 2013 with the aim to produce research on women artists and to rewrite art history by placing women artists at the center and to place them also as equals to the male artists. So AWARE produces work, a big amount of digital content on women and non-binary artists from all over the world, from 18th century to the 20th, to artists born before 1974. So this digital platform is one of the main actions done by AWARE. We have over 80,000 visitors per month, and we publish content both in English and in French, made full available and unlimited access to everyone from the world. We also produce research articles as well as animated videos for younger publics. We also have podcasts where you can hear the artists speak it's done with the archive of INA, so audiovisual archives, where you hear artists such as Marie Vassiliev or Leonora Carrington speak about their work. So this is the digital part of Aware, and maybe in the other part I can talk about the more physical space and how we work to produce the contents. So for now, you saw on the digital presentation we have over 1,235 artists published on the website through biographical forms, and you cannot imagine the huge list we still have to publish. So it's a big amount of work. Aware is an NGO, so everything needs to be funded, and I will get into that later.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tamara. Super interesting. Now our second question goes to Lisa. Lisa, you joined the Mugan Classical Art Museum in 2012. And in 2023, a significant transformation occurred when Mr. Christian Levet, the owner, decided to convert MACM into FAM, Female Artist of the Mugan Museum, Europe's first private museum dedicated exclusively to female artists. Wow, wow, amazing. What motivated this bold change?
First of all, thank you very much to everybody, to the whole Men Arts Fair organisation, to championing women in the arts, being surrounded by women that champion women in the arts. It's honestly, it's a privilege and an honour to be here and to participate in this panel, so thank you very much. Yes, I am the only antiquity left from Christian Levitt's previous museum. His first museum was dedicated to a juxtaposition of ancient art from Egypt, Greece and Rome. And these antiquities were exhibited side by side with modern and contemporary art that was clearly inspired by classicism throughout the centuries. And there were dialogues happening across 4,000 years in some of the spaces in the museum. That was Christian Levitt's interest, his passion at that time. He created the museum in 2011. And as with all collectors, I'm sure Alexander will develop on that, tastes change and evolve, and his interests change. And for the past 7 years or so, he has been collecting more and more works created by female artists. His collection has been growing exponentially, and he kind of took a step back and thought, as my collection is evolving, then I think that my museum should also evolve. He put together a very large collection of female artists from the abstract expressionist movement. He published a book to them, Abstract Expressionists, the Women, which he published in 2023. He's participated in major touring exhibitions, one of the ones, the Action Gesture Paint, which started off in the Whitechapel Gallery in London, then went off to the Fondation Van Gogh in Arles, and then finished in Kunsthalle Bielefeld in Germany. And of the 100 and something artworks that were exhibited, a third of them belonged to Christian Levitt. So his interest was becoming more and more apparent. And Christian Levitt is an avid, passionate, ethical collector who spends all the time, I would say, in museums, in galleries, in art fairs. And, you know, as he's walking out of these museums and as he's finishing reading like major classical art history books, as he's turning the last page, he said, where are the women? Where are the women in the museums? Where are the women in the art history books? Where are the women in, you know, art criticism, art critic reviews? And he's just like, maybe we can do something about this. I have a great collection. I have a museum quality collection ranging from like 160 years worth of art. And so he said, okay, let's do it. So, so we closed the MACM on the 31st of August last year and emptied it. And we had 9 months renovation work to recreate the new museum entirely dedicated to female artists from Impressionism through to modern day artworks. We've named the museum FAM, F-A-M-M, Female Artist and Mougin Museum. It's also the phonetical way to pronounce FAM, so for all the foreigners who keep saying femme, they now know it's FAM. Yes, and we're absolutely delighted. It's a major change, and we're thrilled.
What an inspiring story.
Thank you.
And how nice to hear that everything has been working so far towards this, and now it's a female museum. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. Okay, now our third question goes to Alejandra. Alejandra, coming from a civil engineering background to philanthropy, where you champion women's empowerment, education, music, and arts and technology, what inspired you to establish the MIA collection? Could you also briefly explain what the MIA collection is?
Thank you for the question. First, I want to say thank you for coordinating this amazing fair. The first MENA art fair dedicated to the woman artists in Paris, and particularly in this moment. It's only, I want to say, chapeau, merci, because it's a really beautiful and very brave that you do something, in particular in all this moment. If I respond to your question, when the people ask what inspired me, I'm a feminist woman, and the women don't need too much inspiration for the thing. When you see the inequality of the women living in the world, when you see all the problems the women have in the world in different professions, art is only one area for this work, but in general the women suffer discrimination in too many other levels. If you see in science, in music, in technology, in different backgrounds. I've created different foundations during my life in South America, and I live in South America for too many years. I'm Spanish, half Spanish South America. This is the reason my English is not so good. But I live in South America too many years. I'm creating too many foundations for support empowered women, for give education to the females in South America, for solution health problem about the South America situations. I'm creating other foundation in Spain too, for support the women for finish education. And inspiration for me coming every day. Every day coming the inspiration when I see the woman artists, when I see the talent exist, for example, in these galleries, and the dedication of these galleries for put only females and for support this one. This is inspiration for me. This fair is a very inspiration for me because it's real the people is interesting. Some people is interested in listen, other people is interested in party. I think the second floor is very good, I don't know. But and respond your other question about MIA Collection. MIA Collection is a no-profit foundation with more than 900 pieces around the world. Our base is in Dubai. Thus I know a lot about MENA artists. Other our office is in Belgium because my husband is Belgian and I need to do something about this. And other our office is in Spain. Our collection support different projects for the women. Our collection don't sell art, it's only no-profit project. I do exhibition around the world. MIA Collection every year create 4 exhibitions in different countries and 2 in particular in Middle East. Create different talk, education, support the book, and be part of the Guggenheim New York for 5 years old in the board of Acquisition Latin American Board, and be part of the Museo del Barrio for 5 years too. You know probably this museum. And art is in our genetic things. No? Art and philosophy about support women and feminist is very important for my dedication about my collection.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Wow, thank you. It is, especially for me, being from Latin American descent, I think it gives me goosebumps. And an inspiring story, and being here at the MENA Art is quite an amazing thing, empowering women, and I'm all for it. So you got me today because of Zahira, but I'm very grateful. What a blessing. Thank you. Now, our fourth question goes back to Tamara. Tamara, many artists and curators may want to engage with Aware. Could you explain the process for connecting with Aware and outline any specific criteria for involvement?
Okay, so to respond to that question and give a bit of context, I will try to make 2 points. The first one is about the dynamic digital platform that is Aware. So with the website, as I told you, with over 1,000 biographies of artists born between 1664 and 1974. Why 1974 for now? It's because as the artists are younger, the bios may change, so it needs a lot of editing and a lot of
Support.
support, of course. As we are a non-profit organization, we really depend on funding to publish all these biographies. So everything you will find on the website was funded by great donors. Some of the funding is public through Ministère Français, etc. And most of it is private. So you can see on the website all the people that support us. For example, Chanel is a mécène of the creation of Aware since a long time. So there are so many, and we thank them to help us to produce all this amazing content. So we also publish biographies and texts with several international programs. One of them is called AMI, so that's friendship. It's based on partnerships with museums, because museums, when they do an exhibition, they produce a lot of content, which sometimes is kind of disseminated. So we try to collect this content, partner with them, so we can produce all the research, the amazing research that was done by them. And so we also have several programs working on and showing artists from specific regions of the world. For example, we have a special program dedicated to Latin America, the Caribbean, and the US. An amazing program on Afro-descendant artists, which is one of, I say the most bios go through this program. We also have programs on Japanese artists. So, but as for the Middle East, we don't have a specific program.
Okay.
So this is
Yes, exactly.
Yet. So this is an interesting part. We do have artists from the MENA and Swana regions, of course, but you will see on the website there are a few here and there. And right now we are working with BEMA, Beirut Art Museum, partnering to produce 5 bios on artists from their collection, which is an amazing collection. So we managed to punctually get fundings to publish on MENA and Swana artists, and we are really keen on doing more and more. And so this is the digital part, and we also have a physical space here in Paris, in the 15e arrondissement, in the Montparnasse area. It's at the Villa Vassiliev. It's a historical place because the artist Marie Vassiliev, who was Russian, came to Paris, and during the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th, and she found this place where she created her atelier, and then it became a place of hosting events. So many artists came to visit Marie Vassiliev, and it was a cantine, as we say in French, so kind of a restaurant with really cheap prices. So artists were able to come, talk, have intellectual exchanges, and have a hot meal. And the line of metro Paris Sud and North was connecting them, so Montmartre and all this amazing space of thinking was connected there by a woman. So it's a really great honor to be in the walls of this amazing thinker and artist, Marie Vassiliev. And we took this idea of hosting. So in this space, the Villa Vasiliev, we have our offices, as well as a documentation center, which I manage at Aware, with over 3,700 books, all on women artists, and there are so much more. And so we acquire books, we have donations by artists also and institutions, and we host there many events on thematical discussions, and this is where we manage to activate the space with artists. We also do workshops for younger publics because, as you mentioned, also gender stereotypes and gender issues are put in the head at a really young age, so you have to act fast and at a young age to have impact. So this is how we connect to the people. So it's a digital way to produce content and to make research available for everyone, good quality research. I would say we have over 500 researchers from all over the world who contribute to the website. And so through this physical space to connect with people on the local and international scenes.
Amazing, amazing, thank you. And with the criteria, so if you could name a couple of criteria that are important in order to be able
To be on the
to be
website.
on the website.
So be born before 1974. Of course, we need to have the funding to publish the artists. And as I told you, we have international programs. So we do have scientific committees who work on the region we are searching in. So they can be museum workers or cultural workers or researchers, and they address a list of artists that could be interested to have on the website. Then we have project coordinators who go through all the process of producing a biography, to have quality content and to pay everyone. Of course, this is the most important. So we pay the author, we pay proofreading, we do also have an iconographer to have good quality images. The translation, as I told you, it's in French and in English. Sometimes we have text originally from, I don't know Spanish to say, so it has to be translated in French and in English. Have it proofread several times, then have an editorial coordination to make it nice on the website. So it's a full process, and so we work with scientific committees to select the artists. But we also have the Aware Prize. There are two prizes, one for artists who have over 40 years of career. It's the Prix d'Honneur, Honorary Prize. And then we have the Prix Nouveau Regard, who is for mid-career artists. Because mid-career is really hard for artists, especially women artists, of course. So we wanted to highlight these parts of careers.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, our next question goes to Lisa. Lisa FAM proudly showcases a robust collection of living female artists, offering a unique opportunity for their work to be displayed alongside iconic figures like Frida Kahlo. Can you tell us more about the Arab artists featured in the museum's collection and how many are represented?
Sure, yeah. We have 8 artists from the MENA countries, 5 of which are women, and 3 are exhibited in the museum.
Wow.
And all those is men,
Yes,
but the museum is for women.
they're not exhibited in the museum. No. We have, okay, so please excuse the dreadful accent as I pronounce their names. So we have the Egyptian artist Swad Abdel Rasoul, based in Cairo. She's not presently exhibited in the museum, but we have 4 beautiful watercolors by her created on maps, absolutely stunning. And we have a sculpture from 2014 by the Iranian artist Nazgal Ansarania, who's not yet exhibited in the Museum FAM, but the upside of that is that it's exhibited here.
Oh, wow.
So you can see Nazgal's work upstairs on stand B6.
All right.
It's from her Pillar series. It's called Article 46, and it's a column, a resin column, cut open cross-sectioned to reveal Article 46 from the an economic article from the Iranian constitution. We have, so in the museum, we have 90 artists from around the world, but focusing on the MENA artists, we have the Lebanese artist Nathalie Kayat, who works and lives in Beirut. She's a ceramic artist. We have a wonderful piece from her series Salt. It's called Salt Marche 2, and that's exhibited in our gallery dedicated to 21st century artworks. It's this organic form that is as if it's coming out of the sea. And to quote Natalie, as she was making it, she said, "I found that nature was speaking through me, which was expressed in both the creative process and the unique items that emerged." And so it's really beautiful ceramic work in the gallery. And then on the top floor, we have the French artist with Turkish origins, Nicole Fari. Her parents were from Turkey and emigrated to France during World War I. Nicole Fari, we have two beautiful busts, Adira and Zayla, as you come into the figurative art gallery. It's just so beautiful. Nicole Fari was actually a fashion designer for many, many years and started studying sculpture in the 80s and was kind of like juggling her hugely successful fashion industry. She had a high street chain called French Connection and then a designer make called Nicole Fari. So she was kind of juggling her sculpting and her professional career as a fashion designer. And then about 10 or so years ago, she says, okay, that's it. I'm just purely focusing on my artistic pursuit as a sculptor. And she's created some amazing work. So we're very happy to have her in the figurative art gallery. And on the second part of that same gallery, we have work by Shirin Neshat. It's a 1995 photograph from her series, The Women of Allah. So the Women of Allah that she created after returning to Iran, because Shirin lives and works in America. She was sent there at a very early age before the revolution, and she hadn't been back to Iran since then, and was extremely bouleversée by what she saw. And so this whole series of photographs, Women of Allah, came from that experience and was a series that was created between 1993 and 1997. And her work is exhibited alongside works by Marlene Dumas, Frida Kahlo that you mentioned earlier, but also other amazing photographic artists like Nan Golding, the American, Carrie Mae Weems, Marina Abramovich, and the French emerging artist Delphine Diallo.
Okay, wow, thank you. Nice, thank you. All right, so our next question goes back to Alejandra. Alejandra, this is a subject that we are very passionate about, and it's that you advocate social change through your work. Can you elaborate how art can serve as a catalyst for social transformation?
That's a super difficult question. I think, art is the soul of the society, no? And our society now is in a very bad situation, in a very bad and complex situation. And if you educate people in the art, you can create a better society. This is something very basic, and the people know this one. And when you educate, when you support projects for the women artists, when you support artists in general, men or women, you can help to the world transforming a little better. Something very simple, where you can see here hundreds of artists. All the artists have good intentions, beautiful pieces, try transformation, this ugly world, and I think this is something very simple for me. It's like Mia Collection is focused and support the project, and support education, and support museums. One of our very important projects is, the name is One Day in the Museum, is for a South American child live in the very bad conditions. And Mia Collection take this child and go to this child to the more important museums in South America. And the child visit the art, see the art, and sometimes have the conversation with the artist. And you can see how this child changed the mentality have about these things. Yeah, the impact, the art is very important in our society. And the other thing is, I think so the people is here know about this one, but with the art you can see what happened in the world. When you visit the museums, you can visit, or you can see, or you can transport to the time. If you go to the MoMA, you see what happened in some type of age. When you go to the more historical museum, you see historical things. The problem is about the women is not in the museums, is you don't see with the eyes of women the world. You only see the art with the men eyes. You don't have idea we're thinking the women in the 18th century. You don't have idea because the women in this moment no painting. Too many women it's not possible to go to universities. The women don't have the space like this one for talk. And of course, the majority of the museums, like you say in the beginning, very realistic, and I'm very happy that you put this one and the first things. The participation is sad. It's terrible sad. Because it's no more than 2%. 2%. That means if you have 200 pieces of art, 2 is a female. And I'm very happy Mr. Levert now is very interested in the project of the women, because really Europe and the world need more museums. But exists other museums of the women in the world. Exists Mexico, exists Washington Museum, the Washington Museum for the Women. But it's very important that people like you, like a personal people, a personal collection, take decision to support the project.
Yes.
Because the inequality is the people don't care about the women, don't care about the woman artists. It's very sad, but this is our reality, and it's very frustrating. Work with the woman artists when you don't see the word advance. The other day in one interview, one person to me the question and say, "You really think you see something change?" And I say, "No." And of course I think so. I work for something that never changed. I'm a bit sad, no? But if you don't do that's not change. The change don't happen. And it's very impressive what happened with the MENA art region. It's very impressive because the artist exists in MENA is a very power artist. You talk Shirin Neshat, for example, is one of the leaders of the woman Iranian. She go to America, she create and she show what happened in the country. And then you have hundreds of names support and do this type of exhibitions and talk about the history of the world.
Yeah, I think everything you say it's extremely important. It's a reality that we live. It is something that I think for me particularly is every time that I hear about a reality challenges me to be able to change in some way. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm involved in this project in Art Connects Women, because basically, as you say, we want to see a change.
Yeah, probably you and me don't see the change.
But my daughter will.
But I hope our new generation can see the change. The important thing is not you do the change in the moment. You need work for this change happen.
Yeah.
And I think this is it's very important that people understand this. Whatever small thing you do, if you support to the change, that's amazing.
Yeah, and it will impact next generations. It will make a change, and hopefully in some years, or hopefully not decades, but in some years from now, someone else will be sitting here, will be telling the inspiring story of how in 2024 there were 2 women, and now the percentage is so much higher. So something to look forward to. All right, so coming back to the questions. Our next question is the last one for Tamara, and is, could you share your perspective on Pan-Arabism and its influence in the past, as well as its evolution in the present era?
So this question is not really about aware, but more of the research I did. In my master's thesis, I worked on the amazing sculptor, painter, jewelry designer, textile artist Salwa Rawda Sheer, who was a Lebanese artist, and I was really interested in the sculptures she produced, which are visual poems but done in a material way. So I started to look into Sufism and the Islamic art, because I did my major in Islamic art and in contemporary art, to have both methodologies to do the work on this artist. And I was really interested in Pan-Arabism, especially the cultural aspect of Pan-Arabism, exactly, not as much the political one, but really the idea of having a unity in Arab nations which emerged in the 50s, 60s, after the independence in most of the countries in MENA and Swana regions. So I was really interested in the universality of the Arab language, a language shared through various spaces and populations, and the unifying aspect of arts also, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. So now I have another question for Lisa. Lisa, since the transformation is quite recent, I'd love to hear about the initial reactions. How have visitors, the media, the curators responded to the concept? I'm sure this is just the beginning of something groundbreaking, especially after all the stories that you have told us. So tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it is surprising that we're only the third museum in the world dedicated to, to female artists. Oh no, but we never said we're the only one in the world. We've had amazing feedback. It's been overwhelmingly positive, which is extremely encouraging for us, because it was quite a challenge. During the launch event, we had many key figures from the art world attend. We were very flattered that they came to the opening. People from museums, curators, galleries, art collectors.
How long ago was the opening?
We opened on the 21st of June.
Oh, now?
Yeah, now. Hence the dark circles under my eyes.
Congratulations!
Thank you. So the launch week was extremely encouraging. So much amazing feedback on FAM's concept, on the curation of the museum, on the quality of the collection that's exhibited in the museum. Only positive response to that, which has been absolutely fabulous. And then the visitors themselves, we've had numerous visits throughout the summer, and it's we've wonderful interactions with the visitors. People have been moved. We've had people actually get very emotional when they realise that everything that they're looking at on the walls, all these amazing, beautiful and powerful artworks, are created purely by women. It has brought certain people to tears, and I'm not exaggerating. And also, the public as a whole appreciate getting to know these artists that are not so well known, or not even known at all to the general public. So we've taken actions to facilitate that. We've got a visitor's guide that's given out to everybody that comes into the museum in English and in French, which is full of quotes by or about the artists. And we've partnered up with Bloomberg Connects, and we have one the various audio guides that are available, one of the audio guides is the artist's voices. So some of the contemporary artists were kind enough to make recordings of themselves and talk about their artworks and their process, etc. So it was a really special and enriching experience for the visitor to stand in front of the work and hear that person talk about it and where it came from. It's we really kind of want to put these women forward, as we all do here today, so that their faces are known just as much, their names are known just as much as their creations and their artistic productivity. And on the press side of things, we've had just amazing feedback, amazing coverage by all the major French media, whether it's been TV, radio, print. I won't list them all. It's been absolutely wonderful, and it's extended internationally. We've got a 6-page spread in Elle, Germany coming up. We've been in Vogue Italy, and just recently Vogue Turkey. So we're spreading the word, and we're also feeling kind of the far-reaching impact that this bold move that Christian Levett has made, because so many people are reaching out to us to spar up partnerships, create collaborations, which is, we thought this might happen, but it's wonderful to see it actually taking place and realize that this initiative, this daring initiative, is hopefully going to lead to a lot of wonderful projects.
And I bet extremely satisfying to see how the project is now running and giving a fantastic platform.
It is. It's wonderful, and it's wonderful to give a permanent platform
Exactly.
to these artists, so
Exactly.
that it's not ephemeral like I mean, the temporary exhibitions are absolutely fabulous, but these ladies have got a permanent platform here in Mougins.
Wow, thank you for sharing with us. I think all of us at art, being artists, I think it's we tell stories. We tell stories, and our artworks usually have a voice, and this is a fantastic way of giving all these women an amazing audience. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was very important to Christian Levett and to all of us in the team. And we have, you'll have seen it on the short video. As you walk into the entrance of the museum, we have a full wall, and it's actually a locker wall, but we've covered it with a complete mosaic of all the photos of the different artists as well. So you really get to see their face, hear their voices, read their thoughts. So
it will be quite emotional as well.
it is, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Now, last question for Alejandra. Alejandra, we are in Paris celebrating women artists from the MENA region. Can you tell us more about the Arab and North African women artists represented in your collection? Additionally, how can an artist gain access to your program?
Yeah, it's very easy to have access to our foundation. You can see on internet near our collection. I have all the platforms, Instagram, website. When the pandemic began, I create one museum, virtual museum, and I do 74 exhibitions during the pandemic around the more 52 countries. Incredible. I don't know nothing about technology, but I have an amazing team do this technology. But it's very interesting. You look what is our model. Our model, Mia collection, is one private collection. I repeat again, a private collection, non-profit collection. Work with the team. Our team is fantastic. I have 4 curators in different countries, and I have 1 curator specifically for the MENA region. Our big group of collaborators around the world. You can see now our piece here in the 2nd floor. And I have 1 collaborator from the university working with our project. It's very easy access. It's very easy because I do like a woman's mood. This is no one company, it's no one institution big. It's like a mood woman. And I don't know if the people understand mood woman. In my language, I understand very well. Mood woman is you do something complicated easy, no? And I try invite artists the artists coming with a different type of project, our curator look this project and selection this project, and the artists be part of the exhibitions, the curators know me. If, for example, when I arrived yesterday, I'm very happy that I visit, for example, Museum Gallery. And I'm in Museum Gallery yesterday and I see a lot of artists from the MENA region, amazing artists. When I see a gallery Bawa, I see Mustafa working in a collection for 3 years old. And a lot of galleries have an amazing artist. Sharim Neshat in this gallery from Lebanon. And all these people know what happened in Mia Collection. And all these people know what is the system of Mia Collection. Mia Collection exists for 20 years. It's not something new. I wake up one day and I say, oh, wow, I need to support the women. No. This is our project, go and genetic, no? And all the people who work with us have the same intention, the same passion, and the same things. It's very easy to access if you want to be part of the Mia Collection, like an artist or collaborator or professional or curator or whatever. Send the email and probably one of our people respond and do something. About our exhibitions, Mia Collection do exhibitions, reality, no virtual, in real time, o sea, real time series, no real life, in different countries, and the access for Mia Collection is very easy. And you asked me the first question about MENA artists. It's very emotional to talk about MENA artists, and particularly because I'm not from MENA. I'm Spanish. I'm a Spanish Catholic person, and I moved 6 years ago to Dubai, and I'm very surprised discovered all the power about this woman. It's a tremendous power, because all my life I think Europeans suffer about our inequality, or South America suffer about our inequality. But when I see the woman in MENA region, you can see how real is the suffer about the situation. Yesterday I stayed with an amazing artist I'm invited to visit in the subway. She's a Lebanese, and last night I listened all the news about what happened in Lebanon. And of course this woman has something for talk. And of course, this woman talk about this piece of art, and I think that is tremendous value. The Occident don't realize the power of the MENA region, but the power is tremendous, and probably is the future. If you see the economic project about the UAE, and I live in UAE, and I'm very proud about living in UAE. Imagine, I'm one feminist, and I live in Arabic countries. For some people, a lot of people do me the question, and say, how you do? I feel tremendous comfortable, and I feel super protected. Our dedication for buy pieces from MENA region is about our last 6 years. You know, when I moved and discovered all these artists. In our collection, you can see artists from Iran, Lebanon, Egypt, Africa, North Africa, UAE, of course, Saudi, Kuwait. I don't know if I forget something, but I have some names for the people know. For example, Bornusha Khalili, Sharim Neshat, of course, Rania Matar from Lebanon. I think here is the pieces of Rania Matar too. Fatima Hossein, Seyna Chalabi from UAE, Pita Fayasi, Iran, and Madison Dawa. The names is a lot, and exists million of the artists. The talent is tremendous, the repression is very strong, and for the art that is fantastic, because you can see incredible things. You can see and you can do incredible things in the section. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing with us. We're a little bit out of time, so we're just gonna close up. And first of all, I want to say that I read about each one of you just an hour ago that Zahira ran out of her voice. It is extremely inspiring to meet you and be able to hear about what you are doing. For me, I lived in Dubai for a while, and was one of the greatest blessings to get to know the MENA region, to get to know all the talent that is there. That is huge. Being here, being part of this, and see each one of the artists represented here, the voice that has walked this space is an extreme blessing. And I thank you all. I want to call Zahira really quick because she has a little something for you guys. Hopefully she can be, something is gonna come out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you to give me a short big round of applause. Because like she said, isn't she doing a fantastic job? Just before an hour of this discussion, I lost my voice, so thank you very much, Michelle. I would like to say a few words about Art Connects Women, which is an initiative that we launched in Dubai 7 years ago with 20 women artists from 20 different countries. The idea is not only to support, but to educate, empower, and to engage women artists from across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we have over 800 applications who has reached out to Art Connects Women. It's incredible to see how now, when we started 7 years ago, people start getting engaged and people are aware. So now we have an open call. If you are an artist in the audience, please join us for next year, our 8th edition, which is under patronage of UNESCO. It's going to happen in Dubai, and it's a 4-day event where you will mesmerize with a fantastic program. So without any further ado, I would like to thank also Amelie, who has been an incredible support to this program, to put us in touch with this wonderful lady. And please, ladies and gentlemen, give her a big round of applause as well. Last but not least, I would like to thank Laura as well, I don't know where she is, because putting up a fair that is dedicated to women artists from MENA region is something that's unique, and I would really like to applaud her. Please give her a big round of applause.